Well, so this is the 2015 early spring video here. Here's my oak again. I just pulled the leaves off, and you can see it's a lot bigger now. All this is kind of new and big, and but you know, some of the mistakes that are hard at first is when you trim, you get those knuckles. You know, if you trim, then you have a dead spot, and then if it branches out at the end again, a lot of times you'll get a lot of buds. You should only have two coming out of one spot. You get these fat knuckles. You got a big knuckle here, and I wound up trimming so there's only two coming out. But you know, so this is my knucklehead now. You know, I kind of like them gnarly. A lot of these have these sharp bends, I think because of that cutting off, and then the new one comes out on an angle, like this one here, which grows really nice. Here, you know, I have three coming out of one spot, which is kind of not the greatest. And then this guy comes up, and I cut that off, so it's almost kind of fatter here than it is there. And a lot's because of it had this one here, so you have all the growth in that ball. So, you know, I got a lot of mistakes too, but it's you know, it's tough. Here's the manzanita, beautiful little guy, and I got a little oak that I'm starting. And what it seems like is a good idea is to figure out how big you want your tree, you know, in the end, and I think let it grow to that size when it's even small, so you get all the straight branches that go out and stuff, and then kind of trim. Because if you start them small and trim them, and then you go, okay, well, let's let it get bigger, then you have those spots where you cut and they restart. Like I got a lot of these on the apple here, like that. You know, you cut it, and you're thinking that's where you want it to end, and then you wind up letting it get bigger anyway when you say, well shit, I should have just left it then. And you get these total funky corners. See up here you got this guy and that one, where it's like I went ahead and let it get that big. Why didn't I just leave that? You know, so I think letting it get to the size you want first, even when it's small, and then start trimming from there, all the little side branches, because you don't like the, you know, a big raw cut edge. But you know, I'm still learning. You know, it sucks, but especially when it's stuff that takes so damn long. But this is the Rocky Mountain juniper. You know, I got a lot here on the top that I had to trim because it's kind of getting little fat spots. So, but anyway, all in all, I mean, I kind of like the gnarliness of this oak. But and the burl's really cool on the bottom. It's really fattening out, if I can get this thing around it, but it's really fattening out. And but anyway, yeah, you really gotta pick and choose your cutting and stuff. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Good luck with your stuff.